The BBC News at 1 is next, and stay with us at 2 for Afternoon Live with all the top stories, weather, business and sport.
Around 100 soldiers arrive in Greater Manchester to help firefighters tackle a vast blaze on Saddleworth Moor. The fires have been burning for 4 days, and there are warnings the hot weather could mean they will continue burning for weeks.
The reason you can see it burning behind us is because over the course of the fire it goes further and further down into the peat, and once it's down there it's very difficult without liquid to get in and under to put that fire out.
We'll get the latest live from the scene, also this lunchtime. EU leaders arrive in Brussels for talks. They're expected to warn Theresa May that time is running out to reach a deal on Brexit. The pressure's off. England fans prepare for tonight's World Cup match against Belgium in Russia, knowing that England are already through to the final 16.
Yes, the English have arrived in Kaliningrad, up to 3,500, hoping to see England's third consecutive victory.
Counting the cost of climate change, young people will be left to pick up the bill because politicians are avoiding the issue, according to a new report. And the cost of the Queen goes up to 69 pence per person as the refurbishment of Buckingham Palace leads to an increase in taxpayers' spending. Good afternoon and welcome to the BBC News at 1. Around 100 soldiers have arrived in Greater Manchester to help firefighters battle a huge moorland blaze that has been burning for 4 days. Fire chiefs say they fear it could last for weeks because of the continuing hot weather. The troops from the 4th Battalion Royal Regiment of Scotland arrived overnight to help tackle the 7 square kilometres of Saddleworth Moor, which have been smouldering with pockets of fire since Sunday. Judith Moritz is there for us now with the latest. Judith. The time is just after 1:15. Our top story this lunchtime. Around 100 soldiers arrive in Greater Manchester to help firefighters tackle a vast blaze on Saddleworth Moor. And coming up, baking Britain. With the heatwave continuing, Scotland's expected to be enjoying one of its hottest days for decades today. The Duke of Cambridge has visited some of Jerusalem's most sacred religious sites on the final day of his tour of the Middle East. He spent time at the Temple Mount, also known as Haram al-Sharif, as well as the Western Wall and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. The Duke also made a poignant visit to the final resting place of his great-grandmother, Princess Alice.
Most places are still going to have a dry day with plenty of hot sunshine. Sophie.
Darren, thank you. And that is all from the BBC News at 1. It's goodbye from me on BBC One. We now join the BBC's news teams where you are. Enjoy the sunshine.
Welcome along to the BBC Sports Centre. I'm Sarah Mulcairn. So the countdown is on to England's final group game.